Or maybe I need to click. Ah, okay. It was basically like tapped out. Don't like how the sky and earth and water come together to make the planet. They all affect each other, but they are distinct fields of thinking. Yeah. I'm more interested in. Yeah, I find personality stuff fascinating because people are never fixed to a mold. Even though we humans really love categorizing every single thing, every aspect of our lives, we try to categorize it. It's very fun, which is why these things exist. Even if they're not accurate, we're still gonna try and put ourselves in boxes. But let's see. You regularly make new friends. I disagree, because I think the last new friend I made is back in university. No way, it's like the last job I made. It's like, unless I'm forced into a regular routine, social routine, I wouldn't be making friends. So right now I'm just at home, doing stuff. Complex and novel ideas excite you more than simple and straightforward ones. I'm not sure about it now. I used to fully agree on this, but right now, I feel like my chronic headaches makes me just go, you know, I just want simple stuff. And also being a English literature major, it's very easy to overanalyze things. So I'm just like burned out of overanalyzing from back in uni. So I'm gonna go a little bit in the middle, a little bit of disagreement, not fully. Like I still like a well-written story, with a lot of complex ideas, layers. Usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally with you than by factual arguments. Okay, that sentence did not enter my brain. So my webcam is covering it a little bit. I think this is good. I have to read it again. Usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally. I used to be a more pragmatic person, but now there's a lot of things I go, I'll just go with my gut. Including what happened today. I was more interested. I was getting more interested in bass. Like it starts out with me just watching a lot of anime, a lot of music anime, and really enjoying the bassist. And then it went to me looking for the bass instrument when I listen to music. And you can see from my music choice, I love the jazzy, funky music way more. And then I started watching bass players on YouTube. And today I bought my own bass. I was going to go, nah, I'll just write notes. I even have written notes here. I'm like, I'll just window shopping today. I went to the store. The bass in my hand. I'm like, no, I'm not leaving with that one. I am not leaving with that one. I don't do that. I didn't do that before. It's getting worse. Your living and working spaces are clean and organized. Yeah. Like there's just stuff like thrown around here and there, but I don't like to keep anything just thrown. If there are tissues, it's out of the garbage. Out into the garbage. At the end of the day, I don't like to keep open cans, especially things that start to make a smell. Smell really pisses me off. I'm very sensitive to smell. Usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. When's the last time I was in a lot of pressure? I don't know why my mind traveled to workplace pressure. Well, I guess I'm calmer than what people call non-calm. You find the idea of networking, promoting yourself to strangers very daunting. Yeah. You prioritize and plan tasks effectively, often completing them well before the deadline. I want to say effectively, but I mostly do it out of how do I call it? If I don't put myself under a lot of pressure, I wouldn't be doing things and filling it up before the deadline. So it's not out of is it well before the deadline? Because I do remember I would just fill up my calendar with stuff to do just to make sure I do my tasks. Otherwise I just forget. If it's not in the Google Calendar, I will completely forget about it, and it really annoys me. So in a way, I just like I get things done, but not calmly. Internally, I am not calm at all. People's stories and emotions speak louder to you than numbers or data. In what context? Because if it's story, then like TV shows. I do like my numbers and data though. But do I like it more than humans and stories? Human stories? Human stories. Yeah, that should give away my view. I guess it's a little bit I disagree. Sure. I like to use organizing tools. I just answered that. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. I know people who do that. I would have said yes until I've seen people who are like this. So I think I'm like the very least of an agree. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. I'm too much of an introvert to just go to somebody I'm interested in. You're not too interested in this, especially strangers. If it's somebody I know, I will be the one who starts up conversations. You're not too interested in discussions about various interpretations of creative works. I'd say very lightly agree. Very lightly. No, it's not too interested. Very interested. I'll go disagree. Sometimes it's nice to see other people's perspective, even if I don't agree with them. I won't change my mind, though. It's like, you know how... I don't know. Oh, I know an example. Puss in Boots. The last movie, whatever it's called. People just threw praises, talking about the villain being a great villain in modern cinema or whatever. Like, it was just a fun movie. But I sure, I won't. I'll listen to you talking, because sometimes it's just fun seeing people being passionate about something. But it's not. They should never try and change my mind. You prioritize facts over people's feelings when determining a course of. This is kind of me, to the point it becomes a flaw, and I get in trouble for it with my friends. So I am aware of it. I'm trying to be better about it, but yeah. I often allow the day to unfold without any schedule at all. No. I like to think of what to do the next day or the day before. I can never just like go, oh, wake up, I have nothing to do. Even though I said today's stream, I had nothing planned, but I have a whole note of stream ideas that I can just like pull up and just go, I'll just do this. If it's people I think it depends. It depends on the people. If I really like them, I definitely would worry about giving a good impression. But I kind of have a habit of being a bit too awkward that I always give a bad impression. No matter what I do. So I kind of exactly can't control that. So it's like it's the lightest disagree, I guess. You enjoy participating in team-based activities. Disagree. You enjoy experimenting with new and untested approaches. Does that apply to the bass guitar that I just bought? And I only watched one single lesson for bass, and I'm gonna do it a little bit more later on. Fine. It's usually like a very short burst of obsession, rather than experimenting a lot. So I'm gonna go with a light agree. You prioritize being sensitive over being completely honest. I've been told that I have a very sharp tongue. I try to be better about it, but I still have the occasional. I say something people. Even in other people's streams, I would accidentally say stuff, and I'm like, why are they angry? I actually do. It happened multiple times where I actually do not know why they're warning me. Yeah. You actively seek out new experiences and knowledge areas. I don't actively seek. It's more like a occasional bursts here and there. So it's the lightest of agrees. You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for though. I have a very anxious temperament. I always prepare for plan B's and C's before finishing up with plan A. You enjoy solitary hobbies or activities more than group ones. Yeah! You cannot imagine yourself writing fictional stories for a living. I did at one point. I actually used to do a lot of creative writing. Solo hobbies is the best hobbies. Yeah. I do want to do something involving other people, just so I don't go crazy just being alone all the time. Because I'm not totally antisocial. I still appreciate being around people. People I like. I'm very selective. I'm a selective extrovert, if that makes sense. You cannot imagine yourself writing. Yeah, I guess at this point I agree. But do I fully agree? Sure. Yeah, sure. Fully agree. You favor efficiency in decisions, even if it means disregarding some emotional aspects. No, I don't do it anymore. And again with the bass guitar story, I wrote in so many notes, but then it went out the window. You do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. Yes. It's also how I like did studying. I would study first in school, university, before I could relax and watch shows. I would feel guilty playing games when I have stuff that I didn't finish, and I hate that feeling. Oh my god, my throat. Disagreements, you prioritize proving your point over preserving the feelings of others. Prioritize is a very specific word. If I always try and do proving my point and not realize I'm hurting people. It's mostly accidental. Again, I'm worried about it. I'm wary. I'm aware of it, so I try not to do it as sharpingly honest. So I still very lightly agree. You usually wait for others to understand. Yeah. Your mood can change very quickly. Yeah, my mood changes very quickly to the worst, and then it changes back very quickly to happy. Like I'm simple. No, I'm not simple at all. But it's like, I want to make myself good. I'll just watch some comedy shows. You're not easily swayed by emotional arguments. Emotional arguments. I guess, yeah. You often end up doing things at the last possible. No, I'm too anxious to do that. You enjoy debating ethical dilemmas. So, everybody, if you were in an island, stuck with other people and no other food around, would you go for cannibalism? This is a very philosophical question, a very classic question to start off. These ethical dilemmas. So yeah, and I if I do these, it's mostly in my own time, in my own brain, rather than doing it with I don't enjoy debates. I hate stuff that have no point. So it's a disagree with others. I guess debating involves other people, so yeah, sure. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. If you ask me who, I would always choose to want to be with my closest friends and closest people. But I don't want to be with them all day. If that makes sense. Like, I still want my alone time, my recharge time. But I do appreciate being with people a bit more. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Yes. Like, I don't mind. Agree on my own terms. Yeah, basically. It's kind of like some pets that I have. They would never approach me if I just want to pet them. But if I have food in my hand, they would even climb up all over my hand to eat. They're just herbivore cats. Leo, my guinea pig. It's only Leo now. Oh, I cannot say guinea pigs anymore. It's just guinea pig. Oh yeah, by the way. Wait, where's my phone? I think his 6th birthday is like, we're very close. Let me check. It's next week. Leo's birthday is next week. He's gonna be 6 years old. He's a grandpa. Nah, we become bored. These are the yes. Like, I don't mind theoretical discussions, but when it goes too far out the window, I just like, come on. When facts and feelings conflict, you usually find yourself following your heart. I want to say no, but today just proved otherwise. Fuck you, me. Fuck me. You'll find it challenging to maintain a consistent work or study schedule. Yeah, I struggle with consistency as well. Because I'm someone who gets bored very easily. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. Yeah. Like, I kind of ended up splurging on the bass. I got the bass, I got a stand, I got the amp. That's a very, very big amp. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put it. But I'm like, I don't feel like I'm second guessing it right now. And any choices that I made in my life, I always feel like there's always a reason. There's always a reason. If it's a mistake, I'm gonna learn from it. Yeah, what happens, happens. Exactly. Your friends would describe you as lively and... Yeah, totally. But, no, they do call... What would they say? Because I there are times where I would just like ask people at some point, what do they think? Like, what was their first impression of me? And just see how they answer. Every time I do it, people just give me completely different answers. Nobody give me nobody give me one similar answer. It was interesting. It just goes to show that people always see other people in their own lenses. And it's very biased. You are drawn to various forms of creative expression, such as writing. I guess. Does streaming count as creative expression? I actually do enjoy the editing process of making videos as well. You usually base your choices on objective facts rather than emotional impressions. Didn't I just answer this? The earlier page. Yeah, I guess these kinds of questionnaires, they kind of just ask the same questions to like alter like the percentage. I disagree a little bit. You like to have a to-do list for each day. Not each day, but I like to do it. I always have a to-do list. Because I always forget. You rarely feel insecure. I don't fully disagree. It's usually like, if I feel insecure, it's usually stuff that I did with other people that haunts me. You know the whole you try and go to sleep and you keep remembering all the horrible cringe moments you've done. And you feel like, I am never gonna do this cringe thing ever again. But does that count as insecure? I'll go yes as rarely. Because they do happen. I'll say, yo, Azo! How you doing? Just passing by, I'm asleep now. Yeah, I think it's very late for you. Yeah. How what time is it? Is it like, I don't know, 2 a.m.? It should be very late for you. Yeah, thank you. I wanted to stream earlier, but I got a migraine. So I had to rest up a little bit and wait for the meds to work. I avoid making phone calls. Oh, I absolutely do. It's like there's this restaurant that makes some of the best spinach pie that I eat. I love it so much, to the point when I do eventually make the phone call, I buy 2 for today's dinner and like the next day. It's so good. But yeah, I try my best to go, is there anything else I can eat? How much do I really crave this spinach pie? So it's not full. You know what? Yeah, I'll do max. No, sometimes I do call my mom or stuff if I really need to. If I cannot text. You enjoy exploring unfamiliar ideas and viewpoints. If it's unfamiliar, I think it depends. I usually enjoy it more if it's a fictional setting, like a story. If they explore these unfamiliar ideas. So I guess lightly agree. But basically, Arcane. This is very cool seeing like the fictional politics and the world building that goes into the story. It's really fun. But I would never try and watch, actively follow the news. And try to distance myself as much as possible. I would even avoid talking politics with my own friends. I'm just not interested at all. I have relatives that talk every single day about these things. Every time there's a family gathering, there's talking and yelling. Because like Arabs, when they get in a heated conversation, they just like yell as if they're angry. Especially my family. But it's like I feel like I have PTSD from those family gatherings. Like I do not want to. I do not want that kind of energy. Nobody has a fun time having those conversations. So I'm just not gonna have those. Right. Anyways, next one. You can easily connect with people you have just met. I guess a yes, very very little yes. Like you just go, ooh, you like anime, you like this, and but do I connect? Connect is. I guess when I did meet my closest friends, I did get close to them very fast. So it's like a whole chemistry thing. It feels like a compatibility thing. You either very quickly get close to people or you don't. I think that's how I operate. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Yeah. Not fully, but yeah, a little bit. Because right now with my injury, it's making me just sit down and watch TV. And I kind of fell into the trap of I only eat when I have to watch. I have to watch something when I eat. But now when I'm not doing anything, I'm just watching. My brain is doing the opposite. It's like, oh, you're watching TV. Don't you want to eat something? So I ended up like gaining a lot of weight during these couple of months. I lost a couple of kilos though. Now that I'm able to do a few things. Mostly playing games with my foot. That's really saving my sanity. You're still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time. Yeah, I just said that. Oh, don't even get me started on the whole list of things. You're not too interested in discussing theories on what the world could look like in the future. Yeah, no. No, I kind of like I like theories about things that are more in the present, like human psychology, body language, things that are in the now that you see. I think I like those more. I'll do this. Your emotions control you more than you control. Sadly, when you make, I try my best, but it's like you know how the older you get, the less fucks you can give. So I feel like I'm getting less filters each year. When making decisions, you focus more on how the people might feel than on most logical or efficient. If it's a decision that will involve other people, if it's affecting other people, then sure, I have to keep them in mind. But it's a little light disagree, because I don't know. Yeah, I just feel like I'm drawn to the disagree more. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent Fuck you. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of... I just hate people having expectations of me. If that makes sense. My brain just goes... I don't know how to explain this. When someone thinks highly of you. I think it depends, because I kind of end up knowing myself way more than what people think of me, and a lot of people just don't usually have a good read on me. So I'm like, the moment they say something that doesn't really apply to what I view myself, I go, huh, yeah, sure, yeah, but it's like, yeah. I would love a job that requires you to work alone. Yes. Why do you think I'm streaming right now? Why do you think I struggle with collabs? You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. Oh, it's a waste of time, but it's a fun way to waste time. So I have no idea if that's an agree or disagree. I guess I'll light agree. You feel more drawn to busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet. Ugh. Don't you love today's stream? It's such a nice, cozy, intimate place with all this smooth jazz music. I just popped my earphone out of my ear. If a decision feels right to you, act on it without really needing further proof. Yeah. A lot of these questions are just telling me, come on, show us the base. You often feel overwhelmed. Often as I'm stress prone, but what does overwhelm really mean? Alright, sure, fine. I'll just agree. I don't want to think about it too much. You'll complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. Yeah, sometimes I kind of like to take shortcuts. I try. I try to take shortcuts and then make a mess out of things. You prefer tasks that require you to come up with creative solutions rather than follow concrete steps. So that's just the earlier question. But the complete opposite. A little bit. You're more likely to rely on emotional intuition than logical reasoning when making a choice. That's just the same question. Than a few others before. Well, let's see. Very lightly. You struggle with deadlines. Agree. I want to say agree. But I usually struggle... Well, I think when it comes to appointments, for some reason, I'm always either barely on time or just a few minutes late. Even when I try and plan like an hour ahead to leave, somehow it just like, time just skips forward somehow. I guess, yeah. But if it's a deadline, and because of this tendency of me just skipping time randomly, I have to give myself extreme. I put myself in stressful mentality to get it done. I feel confident that things will work out for you. Work out how? Nah, I guess I kind of always stress about things if I don't know if they will fully... I'll do it like this. You look to your agenda. Let's see. Oh. I'm a defender. Wait, why is my screen... No. Oh no, wrong one. Oh. Why is it doing this? it's kind of like it's not even fully. Okay. So I am ISFJ. ISFJ. What the hell is this? Let's see. As an ISFJ defender, you are the quiet backbone of society, offering unwavering support and practical care to those around you. Your keen eye for detail. Okay, you know, yeah, I do have a pretty good memory. I think. Allow you to anticipate and meet others' need, often before they even realize what they require. This reminds me of a lot of conversations with some friends where I would answer their question before they even ask it. It became a funny meme. And you find deep satisfaction creating stability and comfort for your loved ones, approaching life with a grounded, responsible attitude. Yeah, I definitely prioritize the closest people in my life more than strangers. Your natural inclination toward tradition and established methods serves you well in many aspects of life. I wouldn't call myself traditional. Yeah. Also, yo, Wex, how you doing? Thank you. It's been a just twice. Yeah, they kind of do the weird thing with the auto message, so it kind of it's just weird sometimes with that automatic messaging. But yeah, how you doing? Oh, my legs need to stretch a little bit. Hey, just wasting time at work. Yeah, let's waste time together. I don't know what I was gonna do. Oh well. Today's stream. Today's stream I kind of thought about doing some quizzes. And of course, this is like the classic personality quiz to do. I'm a defender. Your natural inclination to traditional established method serves you well in many aspects of life. I don't know about Arabian traditions though. You excel in maintaining order and following through on commitments. Traits that make you invaluable in both personal and professional spheres. I do like to be a man of my word. So I try not to say things where I'm not gonna be able to do it. Unless I'm confident that I'm doing it, I won't usually say it. Oh, that reminded me. I promised a friend I would try out this new cafe. It's been months. Even she forgot about it. But I'm like, no, we're going to that cafe. I suffered because that cafe had a lot of extremely sweet desserts. But I'm like, I'm enjoying myself because we're hanging together, not because of the horrible food. And also because I said we're gonna go together, and we're going together. It's just, sometimes I say I'm gonna do things, it's usually just brings me more suffering. And it ends up being a funny story. So it's fine, I don't mind. And then preference. Okay, wait, where did I reach? Okay. However, the same preference for the familiar can sometimes hold you back from embracing new experiences or perspectives that might enrich your life. Yeah, it's kind of what I was saying earlier. I'll listen to people talking about things, but don't even try and make me change my mind. I'm very stubborn in that aspect. Ooh. Oh wow, I am Oh my goodness. I'm 88 introverted. I can see you likely prefer viewer. Yeah, deep, meaningful social. Yeah, I guess that's kind of how it works. What about this one? Observant. I'm a little bit in the middle between intuitive and observant. And even more in the middle between thinking and feeling. Oh wow. this This explains my moody nature perfectly. Let's see, observant. You're likely pragmatic and down to earth, with a strong focus on what's happening or very likely to happen. Yeah, that's kind of what I said about the present. Oh, I'm covering up the dialogue. I'm covering up the... Yeah, I'm gonna go up here. Oh my fucking god, fine, I'll be here. Alright, here you go. Observant. Thinking and feeling. I'm a little bit towards feeling. You likely value emotional expression and says blah 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 blah. Nah. I think it just does this, but it's 54. It's 54. I'm still 46% thinker. So it's a very in between. So you can see it as this side, or I can also see it as this part. Let's see, judging. Judging. You're likely organized, decisive, and thorough. Valuing structure and planning over spontaneity. Oh yeah, I guess that's good. Like, yeah, I guess it's kind of accurate. There are still things I kind of like being spontaneous about, not thinking about it too much. But oh my god, if you see how much I put into my daily routines. Oh, because even with food, if I don't have a structure for which foods to eat at which days, I'll be eating random things every day. It's why I have my Mondays and Fridays as the snack day and open days, while the rest of the days are like a little bit split. Saturday is the cafe sandwich from that one place. Sunday is hopefully seafood. Wednesday is the oh yeah, Wednesday I kind of ended up eating some coffee shop sandwich because I was out. If I was out, then sure, I don't mind breaking the structure. But usually Wednesdays is the Asian food day. Oh, either Wednesday or Thursday, it depends which one I'm craving more. So yeah, I do have a very, very strict. I want to say it's more like a structure because it's just easier for me to go. This food is. I'm very picky with food. I'm very, very picky. Let's go. Turbulent. I'm 68. I was 1 point away from a nice one. I thought I heard Leo screaming. He has food. I gave him some lovely cucumbers. He should be fine. You're likely self-conscious, sensitive to stress. Yeah, I've been saying this the whole time. I don't need you to tell me. Success-driven, perfectionistic, and eager to improve. No, it's turbulent. Oh my god, I love that emote. Yeah. Would I call myself perfectionistic? I would say I'm more of an obsessive. If I have if I decide on doing something, I just go. I need to do it better. I need to be better. I need to go to this. I have to do that. And it's like, there's no such thing as good enough. If I say good enough, I have to say it like, this is good enough, for fuck's sake. Let's see. Your sensitivity to others' emotions is both a blessing and a challenge. This knows you to form deep, meaningful connections. No, this is the one that I just like, nah. Unparalleled support to those you care about. I do want to... Yeah, I hope to be a little bit more empathetic. But no, I'm not there yet. Potentially something burnout, resentment if left unchecked. Wait. It can also lead you to neglect your own needs in favor of others. Yeah, okay, no, no. Maybe. Maybe a little bit of this. I can imagine this happening to me. Well, you may not seek the spotlight. And oh yeah, this last sentence here. Oh wait, you're not seeing this last sentence of the. This might be accurate to, and explains why I don't stick around with friendships a lot, and keep my distance. Or like friendships don't last. Well, you may not seek the spotlight. Your quiet strength and dependability make you an essential pillar in your community. The challenge lies in finding a balance between your selfless desire to help others and the necessity of self-care and personal growth. I'm just reading without really reading. It's not getting in my brain right now. It's the 4 hours of sleep. Don't worry. Career path. Let's see. Let's see. I wanna. Here we go. Oh, healthcare, education, administration, customer service. I've done some like contract jobs where I handled customer service. I was shocked how good I was. I always thought I was very not antisocial. What's the word? Very introverted. But when it's a job, having to interact with people, I'm surprisingly outgoing. However, your preference for established methods and discomfort with sudden changes can sometimes hinder your professional growth. My friends hesitated to pursue leadership positions, innovative projects, even when you're more than capable. This kind of, I guess what I'm doing right now is the whole hesitating thing they're talking about, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I struggle with stepping out of my comfort zone, I guess. Num 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 num. Here we go. Let's see these. Organizational skill, reliability, and practical solutions. But I'm resistant to change. High standard. Yeah, that was what I was saying. And downplaying it, oh my god, I do notice that I downplay a lot. Num num num. What are these? Okay, here we go. Okay, so there's like a shorter version of each of these. Let's see. Attention to detail. I would love to be good with my attention to detail. Until I play Ace Attorney. And then there's the solution to a puzzle is like one person was named a little bit different. Just one letter off. And that was the solution to the puzzle. And it takes me 30 minutes to notice it. You excel at introspection and learning from experience. Okay. Sense of responsibility. Your dedication to routine helps you maintain steady progress. Yeah. I'm not always consistent, but I'll always, like, whenever I drift away, I always try and put myself back. Self-critical, resisting change, prioritizing others' needs, downplaying your strength. That's just the same thing as the previous section. Let's see. This one is relationships. Strength is loyalty, practical help, emotionally intuitive. You can easily pick up on this. Oh my god. This thing, the emotionally intuitive. I am the least emotionally intuitive. I would call myself an emotional moron. There's so many times where I just do not notice when I say something that hurts people. And I just go, if it bothers them, they'll tell me. And they never do! That's what pisses me off! I'm bad at noticing these things. So yo, Percy, how you doing? Thank you for the reminder. But yeah, I'm not as emotionally intuitive. So, I can see how this quiz can be pretty good, but it also feels like it's very, very basic. Very, I don't know. You know how when you, instead of being very specific, the description, you just go a little bit generic enough. I don't know. But I think it's just the whole process of answering the questions make you look into yourself and think of who you are. And I remember a few years ago when I was like in uni, I ended up with INTP. So now I am ISFJ. So I've definitely changed since, I don't know, 10 years ago? But yeah, 10 years ago is a lot of time for a person to change. Happy anniversary. Yay, thank you so much. I wasn't really planning on streaming until I just like decided yesterday. I'm like, fine, I'll do it. I'll think about what I'm gonna do on the day.